Hi, my name is Sharon Sessoms, and this is my casual argument based on science and observation and definition. And the question is, why do we crave sugar? Quite simply, we crave sugar to change the way we feel. But underneath this very casual, simple answer of mine lie many other startling answers, both found in science and psychology, as to why we crave sugar. Sugar is an addictive substance, both physically and emotionally, and we use it to change our emotional and physical needs. But my argument today is that we are using sugar to treat our children's physical and emotional needs, and in doing so, we are raising future generations of addicts. With every street corner fast food restaurant and every sugary treat we offer them to make them happy. Let's back up and define this word crave so you can understand where my logic is coming from. Webster's dictionary defines it as a verb that implies begging, demanding, and a strong inward desire for something. Google Dictionary defines it as a powerful desire for something or to beg for something. The word crave in this question invokes both a physical and emotional strong inward desire towards sugar. And that is a response I think that we can all relate to in one way or another. I mean, think about it. Think about the times you had a sugar craving. Honestly ask yourself, were you feeling bored, tired, drained, lonely, or sad? You more than likely felt you needed a pick-me-up in these situations, or a treat, and you decided a soda or a bowl of ice cream will make you feel better. And where did you begin learning that? Okay, well, granted, we don't always reach for sugary treats for these reasons, okay? Treats are a part of celebrating. We enjoy cake and ice cream at a birthday party or a wedding. We utilize desserts in celebration, okay? We treat ourselves when visiting friends. And sometimes alcohol is used for celebrating in these types of gatherings too. Ironically, alcohol is made from sugar. So I asked myself, where did these cravings start and how did we learn that sugar makes us feel better? Okay, I have a hypothesis on when our cravings or addictions really began. Most of us were taught at an early age to deal with our negative emotions with sugar. If we scraped a knee or broke an arm, our parents often gave us a sugary treat, almost like a reward. It was to make us feel better, and it did. Or how often does the parent offer a child a sugary treat to get them either to behave or not to cry? Hey, I am guilty. I can point the finger at myself. It saved my sanity at times when I was overwhelmed juggling my 3 kids and chores, especially when the kids were very young and didn't understand what they were feeling or what they needed. You know, they may have just been hungry or they may have just been really tired and, you know, here's a popsicle, sweetie. Because we're just, us as parents, we are overwhelmed and we just don't have the time or energy to understand what the real problem is. We just need them to be happy and quiet. But what we don't understand, or perhaps what we dismiss too casually, is how physically addictive sugar is with chronic use. Okay, it seems like a harmless solution. Take a look at what let's take a look at what several registered licensed dietitians have to say about what sugar does with the brain. Our brains are wired to enjoy things which make us feel happy. Sugar releases brain chemicals, dopamine, that makes us feel good, leaving us wanting to experience that good feeling over and over again. Another case in point, when we eat sugar frequently in large amounts, our brain adapts and begins to require more sugar to get the same feel-good response. This same dopamine process happens with other addictive substances such as cocaine and nicotine. We train our children that if you feel bad, have some sugar. It's the easiest and quickest solution for them and for us. We were trained the same way. Later in life, many of us substitute the popsicles for the alcohol, drugs, and other mood-altering substances or behaviors. because we haven't learned what is going on and how to properly take care of our bodies, both physically and emotionally. Jamie Jameson writes, while many people try to use willpower to overcome constant sugar cravings, these urges might be symptoms of a deeper problem that needs to be addressed first in order to break free. Now, for myself, I discovered the correlation with sugar and addictions while learning about addiction and codependency for myself. And then through observing friends and families' behaviors. The subjects inadvertently opened my eyes to what I had previously dismissed as an acceptable solution to changing the way we feel, and all of a sudden, oh my God, I see it everywhere. We are teaching our children this behavior. The programs in rehab congruently agree that addiction is a coping mechanism, okay, and most likely learned from childhood. The irony with my claim that sugar can lead to other addictions is that addicts often turn to sugar when getting off drugs or alcohol. And here is a common scheme most of us have seen in movies or TV shows like this one here with Sandra Bullock in 28 Days. Note the sucker she's got in her mouth. And throughout the movie, it is portrayed she goes through a lot of suckers, a lot of sugar. And while we may laugh and dismiss this as just a common characteristic of rehab, it shows that while in a 28-day treatment program, that this addict has not yet learned to deal with her feelings or completely detox. My point is often one addiction is traded in for another, but that is another argument for another day. And to get back to this topic, I'm going to ask the question again. Why do we crave sugar? Because sugar is a highly addictive substance for one of the same reasons drugs and alcohol are. It triggers the dopamine release in the brain, which changes the way we feel. We don't give our bodies and emotions what they really need, so this creates new pathways in the brain known as habits and addictions. And we are taught, rather trained, as children that sugar will make us happy. We are creating with each new generation possible future addicts with our casual use of sugar. And we are teaching our children addiction to change the way they feel. And that is my casual argument. Thank you for listening. The bibliography follows in the next slide, so please continue on to that for more information. Thank you again.